Dickie's already won the lottery.
Oh, thank you, Carl. Good morning. Well, today, look, we swing the spotlight on the new war drama series from executive producers Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks. It's the companion to their Band of Brothers and The Pacific, both brilliant shows. Now, this follows the brave and perilous actions of the 100th Bomb Group, nicknamed the Bloody 100th, during World War II, and features a super-hot young cast: Austin Butler, Barry Keoghan, Callum Turner, and Ralph Lord Jude's son, to name just a few. It's called Masters of the Air.
We came from every corner of the country with a common purpose: to bring the war to Hitler's doorstep.
Austin, so this was your first project after Elvis, I understand. What was it like going from Baz's world into Buck's world?
It could not have been more different, really. I didn't have a long time in between the two projects. I had a week off, and then I was in England, and thankfully I had Callum next to me, and I had.
He's very lucky. Very lucky.
Yeah.
You've gone from working with Tom Hanks to working with Tom Hanks.
I like mixing it up.
Today, the 8th will be sending up 3 task forces. That's the largest air armada ever assembled in the history of mankind.
When you're playing characters based on real people, real events, I mean, that obviously adds the stakes to do them justice.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you want to get it right. You know, you're playing real people here, and not just real people, you're playing decorated war heroes.
You feel such a responsibility and as well as a privilege and an honor.
Yeah, I mean, these are the people that saved the world. As an actor, you don't feel this feeling much, but it's truly an honor to represent them and continue their legacy.
Major Egan, you were the first pilot assigned to the 100th.
Me and Butler.
It took a while for this thing to happen. It must be great to have it finally come out.
You know, I think it was 10 years ago they started the Wheels in Motion. The magnitude of this thing is gigantic. Minus like the supporting artists, 2,000, 3,000 crew. Steven Spielberg says it's the biggest thing he's ever worked on.
Okay, boys, here we go.
You've grown up around the industry, you've seen your dad working and all that stuff. Have you picked up tricks along the way, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've been passionate about storytelling and kind of like that connection that storytelling brings from a young age. I'd be very surprised if I hadn't picked up things kind of subconsciously from a young age, but I've also in the last like 8 to 10 years really committed to like my own craft and tried to find my own process. And
I mean, the character work he done for this is amazing. He went and got in touch with his character's family, and you know, it's a brave thing to do, and massive respect for that.
Thanks, bro.
I understand you had this big boot camp to kind of prepare for the roles.
We were brought in for 2 weeks of boot camp, and you know, Tom and Steven have done these boot camps led by this legend called Dale Dye, who's a military advisor and also an ex-Marine. And he worked on Saving Private Ryan and Band of Brothers, and we were learning how these planes worked and how these missions worked. And we went to such great detail about, you know, literally sitting in the cockpits, which switches to flip, which gauges to look at, so that when, you know, these scenes are being shot, we're doing it in an authentic way as possible.
50, 60.
Must be a lovely feeling to be part of such a strong ensemble cast and everybody.
It is, and it's also a big recipe ball for egos to come out, but there wasn't that. It was definitely a group of this new generation of actors kind of, you know, being there for one another.
And everyone from the top was so supportive and had each other's backs.
Exactly.
When you're telling a story like this and you've got people like Spielberg and Tom Hanks, sitting in head office, there's no room for your ego to get out of control.
No. Oh, geez, no, you can't. I mean, Captain Dale died. There's no room for ego there.
Yeah, exactly.
You wear your hat the wrong way, he'll let you know. And
literally, day one, someone wore their hat in the building for the lecture, and he made them do 50 press-ups, and then no one ever forgot to take their hat off ever again.
I remember I cracked a joke one time, and he just didn't laugh. And I was like, okay, that's not where we're at.
Lord, guard and guide the men who fly through the great spaces of the sky. Be with them traversing the air in darkening storms or sunshine fair.
I think we may be done. We are going to sit here and take it.
We're going to stick with our mission as long as we can fly.
What a massive production that is. Masters of the Air, it's called. It premieres on Apple TV Plus today. Another one to stick on the list, Carlos.
Yeah, definitely. I love it how you slip into an accent seamlessly. You said it right there.
Impersonated. Thanks, Dick. Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my God, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?
Always happens.